You're being open. All right. And then we have the last one. We have the last attribute. We have talked about trust. We've talked about openness. And I want us to look at trust. What is trust? What is trust? Then we have the last one, trust. Trust in friendship is being sincere. Trust means being sincere without an intention of causing harm. That is the meaning of trust. When you are sincere and you don't intend to cause any harm to that person, then we say you are trustworthy. Now, I will take you to the Bible again. We look at this person, and I will tell you a question that normally is brought in KCPE that touches on this. Touches on trust, openness, and being sincere. I will tell you this. So we have this story, 1 Samuel chapter 20. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 20. There's another illustration there of the friends who are walking this way. Verses 1 through 23. Then you can also continue the story in chapter 19 of the same book of 1 Samuel, verses 2. Now, in this story, you will get friends who are loyal, open, and trustworthy to each other. And this is none other than Jonathan. Jonathan, son of Saul, King Saul, right? And then the other one was David, son of Jesse. We can say, according to the Bible story given, that these two were open friends. They were loyal friends. They trusted each other. In that, Jonathan at some point even made his father swear. He told him, you have to swear to me that you will not harm David, right? So these two, they kept nothing in secret. In fact, many a times it was Jonathan who was coming to David's rescue, especially when King Saul was looking after him and wanted to take away his life. So this is a good example of friends who are trustworthy, they trusted each other, they were open to each other in the Bible. So the two friends trusted each other. David promised to remain loyal to his friends forever. And you see, the only thing that separated the two was death, when Jonathan died. Okay. Let me move a little bit faster so that I cover the entire topic. Let us look at another subtopic there. Sharing activities with others. When it comes to friendship, sharing activities with others. How do you share activities with other people in order to enhance friendship? So we have activities like games and sports when you want to bond and have friendship. So these activities may be at school. We can talk about the activities you can, like for example at school, which activities can you engage in to better your friendship, we talk about games and sports. We can talk about clubs and societies. When you go to these clubs and societies, they teach you, they give you skills on how you can improve your friendship. Acting together, you can also acting together, maybe in drama. We can talk about issues like trips and excursions. When you go for trips and excursions, these are also ways of enhancing your friendship, right? Trips and excursions when you go out there. All right. And then we have Ecclesiastes 12. I'll just write this one as you will be checking from your homes using your Bibles. Ecclesiastes 12, 13 to 14. 12, 13 to 14. Sharing activities. This Bible verse encourages us to fear God and obey his commandments, and he says that God will judge everything we do, whether good or evil, done in open and in secret. So whatever you do in your friendship, make sure that you do it for the glory of God, because he will judge whatever we do, whether in the open or in secrecy. Then we have the book of Acts. We talk about the early church. This is also a question that is normally tested. I've spoken about the friendship between Jonathan and David, and it's tested in class 8 and also in the other classes. Then we have Acts chapter 2. Talks about the early church. Acts chapter 2, verses 46 to 47. This is how the early church was. So these people fellowship together. They fellowshipped together. You can realize again they shared meals together. The kind of friendship. They shared the meals together, right? Shared property. Some of them sold parcels of land. They shared property. This is the kind of friendship that we need as Christians, and this question is very common. Sometimes they ask you, which of the following activities was not among the ones that the early church or the believers used to do together? So these are some of them. They prayed together as well. Fellowshipping together means also praying together. Then let's look at contributions of parents in making a happy home. How do parents contribute in making our homes happy? As we almost come to the end of our lesson, let's look at the role of parents. Let me say roles of parents. Roles of parents in making a home happy. In making a home happy. So as a parent, I'm also talking to you today with all humility as you are tuned in from your homes. There are also ways that you can do to make your home happy. Number one, make friendship with your children. Be open to them. Trust your children. When they tell you they are going somewhere and really they are going to that place, trust them. So children look up to their parents as role models, and also they look up to you for love and support. Give them that. Number two, be role models to your children. Being a role model means doing the right thing always, in that the children look up to you. Teach children good manners, mannerism, how to talk, how to sit, how to walk, which kind of companies this kind of children need to have. Avoid favoritism in the family, favoring firstborn, lastborn. You know, we always tend to believe that lastborns are pampered, right? Just treat all your children in a fair way. Provide security and protection. Let them feel at home. We don't want to see when dad arrives home, children scamper for safety and they take cover under the chairs, and some go to the kitchen. Provide spiritual nourishment to your children. Read Bible stories and all that. And for children as well, there is something you can also do to make that home happy. As a children, you also have a role to play to make your home a happy one. And this you can do by being obedient. Obedience is key. It is biblical. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is a command with a promise. You remember, and the promise is long life, that you may live long. Obeying and respecting your parents. Work hard in school. That is how you can reward your parents for paying all your school fees, right? Share home chores. Work, help the house manager at home. Do some work. We have stayed at home for long, and we don't want to see you coming back to school and still you're not able to take care of some small things like washing your clothes and all that. And then finally, I will be looking at the effects of good and bad relationships in a family. When people relate well, there is a lot of benefits. It enhances good communication. If you are relating very well, there is stability, there is security, there is patience, there is respect. And if this good relationship is not there, then there is selfishness, there is bitterness in that family, and it will not augur well with you as a family. So let us make sure that whatever homes we come from, that we enhance good friendship. Very good examples given in the Bible. The friendship between Jonathan and David is a classical example of trust, openness, yes, of loyalty. The friendship that Laban had with Jacob, we can learn something there. Tolerance, perseverance, that no matter sometimes the situation you find yourself in, learn to be tolerant, right? Learn to persevere. So those are some of the things, and once we tackle those questions in class, they test you the friendship between Jonathan and David. It's about loyalty. And finally, all this thing is about Jesus is the best example of a friend. His friendship is this way, and all of us know the book of John chapter 3 and verse 16, that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him should not die but have everlasting life. So Jesus loved us so much to the point that he came to die for us. So that is the best example of friendship, that a friend can take his own life to rescue another friend from going to hell and dying in that place, tormented in that place forever. Thank you very much, our dear viewers, for keeping it locked at the KU TV. Thank you very much.